I have been playing SCP games for pretty much my entire channel's history. This video is not about those games, because the games are not the origination of those stories. Those stories originate from a website called scp-wiki.net, and that website, which is a creative writing project about these SCP creatures. That website is in trouble. To summarize, and I'll get into detail later, but to summarize, a man by the name of Andrei Duksin, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, is a Russian man who filed a trademark for SCP as a whole with the Eurasian Custom Union. And as far as I know, they approved his trademark, which is fraudulent because there's no way that this person had anything to do with the writing project or the collaborative effort of all the SCPs throughout its entire history, which originates all the way back in 2008, maybe even earlier than that. That's what I remember. So why is this a problem? Well, to understand why it's a problem is to understand a little bit more about the copyright status of what the SCP Foundation and the SCP Wiki is. I'm not a lawyer. What I do know is what is listed on the website. And what is listed on the website is what SCP Wiki falls under, which is Creative Commons. And Creative Commons is something that allows you to use the work so long as it's credited back to the original owner. However, anything created based on the SCP Foundation as a whole has to also be registered under Creative Commons. This means your derived work must be released under the CC BY SA so that other people can use the same license. It is not enough to simply attribute the SCP Foundation. This person is trying to monetize every single piece of property listed on the SCP Wiki in Russia. And what that means, by extension, if he wins that fight and gets the trademark, he can also make an argument to get all the other languages versions of the SCP Foundation. And then suddenly, everything that the hundreds of authors have come up with for SCP Wiki, every creature, every entity, is suddenly all owned by Andrei Duksin, just for filing a trademark. Now, I'm making a summary of these things. You can read more detail about this, but the bottom line is they need help. And specifically, they need help because legal battles cost money, unfortunately. If you love the SCP Foundation, if you love the SCP games, Containment Breach, the Unity remake, the various other remakes, please consider making a donation to help fight this fight. I'm gonna be making a donation right now. A lot of you guys have probably found my channel through the SCP videos. You know, I owe a lot to the SCP Wiki as a whole, and also it's just great stuff. If you've never had a chance to read this stuff, I highly recommend it. In fact, I am going to put a link in the description to the next thing I'm gonna talk about, which is a really interesting thing done for the SCP Foundation that I'm gonna showcase. But let me get this donation done real quick. Okay, so I have just made a $5,000 donation to this campaign. I think that this is just outrageous what this person is trying to do. There's so much potential in stuff like this, but it's squandered because people are trying to be opportunistic and are trying to, like, claw at things. So I'll provide a link to this GoFundMe in the description below. There hasn't been an update to the fight just yet, but these things take a lot of time, and we can only hope that they win, because otherwise it's going to cause a lot of problems. Anyway, in better news, there is something called the SCP Pixel Art Collab. If you've never read the website of the SCP Foundation, scp-wiki.net, there are hundreds upon hundreds of anomalous creatures, objects, entities, world-destroying things. All of them are fun to read, and they are conveniently made into this pixel art collab. And what this is a compilation of the pixel art from the SCP Pixel Art Collab and their associated SCP articles. Not only a graphical representation of what these SCPs are, and a lot of the times the SCPs will have an image associated with them, but this also covers SCPs that don't always have an image with them, and it puts them in a very easy to navigate, very easy to read. You can pick apart what you want. We're all gonna die now. That's SCP-096, which is the shy guy, where if you see his face, he will come and kill you. So I am sorry, but maybe the pixel version isn't as bad. But what makes this so cool is it's a way to enhance what was already great storytelling. And so, you know, some SCPs are better than others, but there's a wide variety of the different SCPs that are available here that you can see pretty much everywhere. Yeah, that's a vibrator. I've read almost all of these now, and it's opened up the doors for me to look into SCPs that I never would have ordinarily read, because if you look at the wiki, it's not like a bad way to read, and you can definitely get to everything that you need to get to. Oh my god, look at all these SCPs. Every single one of these is an article that was written by a community member, expanded upon. You can click on absolutely any of these. This one's oh yeah, this one's the one about Dr. Bright. That's actually a pretty famous one. 923, a useful tool. Yeah, all of them. You know what? Actually, I wonder, are these actually all filled in top to bottom? Oh my god, they are. Holy shit. This is just how much content is on the wiki. Oh my god. Look at that. People can't stop writing. Oh yeah, all of these. And all of these are articles. Everything. Everything's an article. Everything. There are thousands. I thought it was hundreds. It's apparently thousands. Also, this one's a great one. SCP 3000 is, I really like it. Taboo. The fuck does that mean? Whoa, that's a highly rated one. I've never read this one. The fuck? Not the point. I'm gonna read that later. But what the pixel art collab is, it just makes it easy to consume. And it's great. It's just super cool. And I just wanted to recognize the great things that do exist about, you know, the SCP Foundation. SCP rock. Description, it's a rock that makes you procrastinate. Addendum, probably memetic or something. I'll finish writing this up later. Like, God, I fucking love it. Yeah, so if you want to get into the SCP Foundation, I actually would recommend looking at the SCP Pixel Art collab, because it makes it really easy, it makes it really accessible. I'll put a link to it in the description below, and just frankly, it's a good time. With that being said, that is the SCP Pixel Art collab. And that is the problem that the SCP Foundation is currently going through. Creative Commons probably has pluses and minuses to it, because it probably makes it very hard for anything like a movie to be made about the SCP Foundation, although it would be really cool if there was, if it was done right and in the right hands. I think that could be a great thing to be made by someone that really loves the universe and understands the importance of it. You know, the games are all made by people that just love the stories. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It really makes every single thing that comes out of it a work of passion, like a passion project. It makes people actually care about how it's represented and how accurately it's represented. They don't need to dumb it down for like a broader audience, because like it's meant for those that can really appreciate it. And I think that's definitely something that you can't say about everything. So the SCP Foundation is something to be appreciated and protected. I know this is a different one. This is like a different cause that I normally make a video about, but I think it's important. Number one, it's important for people to understand how much writing is actually there for the SCP Foundation. I didn't know there was that many, and I've been reading like crazy last few weeks. But honestly, it's just, you know, it's too important to let it be compromised by someone who is trying to be opportunistic and make a trademark that he does not deserve. So, links are in the description. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you are a fan of the SCP stuff, then maybe help out if you can. Hopefully more SCP content is coming your way, because the SCP Unity game is waiting on a big update for 0.7, so who knows how that's gonna be, but when it comes out, I will definitely play it. It's supposed to be a big overhaul of the game. And maybe Containment Breach will be updated someday. I don't know, it's still fun to play. So, thank you everybody so much. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!